three things that I love about myself. Well, for a long time I was really insecure about my gray hairs. My hair started going gray when I was like 20 or 21. And I was really insecure about that for a long time. But now I think I really like it. I mean, for a while before I got my locks, I kind of had this like gray patch, gray streak thing going, and I thought that was really cool. So I love that about myself. Um, I love my ability to make friends with people who kind of share the same values, being of like kindness and love, and making sure that people have the things that they need in their lives. I thought that that was something that everybody could do, but after a while, I started to learn that that's one of my gifts, and I think I love that about myself. I love that I have that ability. And lastly, I think I love. Um, wow, that's tough. Actually, now that I think about it, it's tough to be like, oh man, what do I love about me? Um, I don't know. I guess I love that I've been fortunate enough to mature to the point where I can enjoy my life and enjoy the people that I have in my life.
Three things I love about myself. I am a hard worker. I am social and I really enjoy being around other people. And I love to support my friends and to help them achieve their goals too.
What are three things I love about myself? What are we on a date? Just kidding. So I guess one would be my humor. I'm funny. I guess my sense of ambition, just because I go after what I want. I go after my dreams, and I don't let anything get in the way. And if you get in the way, well then prepare to be run over. And I guess like the third thing would be my voice. I'm very versatile with my voices, and I have a very wide range, and I'm grateful for that. Even though I know like you don't need it, but I just love my voice.
What's stressing me out? So there's this thing I created called Temporary Legend, and now it exists in the world. And it's very small and it needs our love and support, and it's stressing me out because it's something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's sort of my end game, I guess you could say. It's the thing I've always wanted to do, and now it's out there and it's happening. So I'm stressed because I want it to be successful. I'm working very hard to make it successful with the team, but I'm also very happy because this is the dream, and I feel like you all watching this, you all here right now, making me less stressed. So thank you for being here and thank you for being a part of this.
What's stressing me out? You know, life sometimes. Without getting too, I don't know, in the weeds, I feel like there's a lot at stake in the world with climate change and um, upcoming elections and wanting a bright future for my kids and uh, wanting to work more. And, there's always something to be stressed out about. For me, it's a matter of how do you identify what stresses you out and then work within the confines to still find peace.
What's stressing me out? The shorter question is what isn't stressing me out. A lot of things stress me out. It's just acting is a stressful job. Everybody thinks that acting is really the job. Well, yeah, it is, but auditioning is literally the majority of the job. Voiceover and acting in general is just always a constant hustle, and sometimes it's stressful, but I try not to let it stress me out. Pronouncing names. I'm like the worst. I'm the worst. I used to be a substitute teacher, so did not turn out okay. I don't do Cameo anymore, anyways, for other reasons. But I was so fearful of pronouncing somebody's name wrong because like you paid for this, and I don't want to say your name wrong. Yeah, I'm done. I will go on and on and on.
All right. So what is my biggest regret? Huh. Okay, I'll give you a kind of a cheat one because I was thinking of like what's it gonna be, what's it gonna be, and I noticed my desktop over here. My biggest regret is that when I was in middle school, I think it was, we had a class on PC building, and I remember my boomer parents being like, you don't need to know how to do that. In my day, woodworking, and so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I kind of slacked off. I never got bad grades, but I didn't pay enough attention in it to learn anything outside of passing the class. And so now into my adult life, and now that especially my day job working in tech for the last however long it's been, it has not served me to not have that knowledge. So I guess I kind of regret not taking that class more seriously. Okay. Biggest regret, more serious answer, because I feel like the last one was kind of cheating. I just want to be fair to the other people who are doing this. So I think my for real biggest regret is I think that there was someone really important in my life at one point in time, back when I was a teenager, and I don't think I understood the importance of work-life balance. And I prioritized my projects over spending time with that person. And then unfortunately, that person ended up passing away. I didn't get a chance to see them again or to say goodbye. So I think that kind of like my boy Spider-Man over there. It was an Uncle Ben moment for me of like learning the importance of power and responsibility, and also of work-life balance. I mean, like as people, our power and our responsibility is our love to our friends and family, and I think putting them first above everything else, even when it's hard to do so, is really important.
Biggest regret? I don't have regrets. I really don't. Um, I learned from an early age that if you love somebody, you tell them you love them. And luckily, that has kind of kept me from having a whole lot of regrets. I've made mistakes, but if I hadn't made mistakes, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm pretty happy with where I am today. So I call bullshit on that question.
What is my biggest regret? I try not to have any regrets, but I feel, I mean, even though this is my biggest regret, I'm still actively doing it today. just not telling people that I really do appreciate them and the effort that they put into our friendship, or just how much people mean to me, because you never know when it's going to be too late. So I don't really have many regrets, but the one that I do have would be that.
How often do I talk to my family? Define talking. I mean, like, I talk to them every day. There's like a family group chat, and just between us, I kind of wish that I could just leave it because it's blowing my phone up all the time. I'm just kidding. I love you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for supporting me. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. But I talk to my family a lot. Unfortunately, I don't get to see them as often because I travel a lot for work and move around a lot. But thankfully, I do talk to them almost every day.
How often do I talk to my family? Well, the ones I live with every day, a lot of times a day. My family in other states, less frequently, but I try to talk to them at least once a week.
How often do I talk to my family? I guess that depends. Almost every day, every other day. It really depends on my schedule because it has been nonstop hustling and bustling for me. So it's just whenever I get a breather, all my family's on the East Coast, so it's like 3 hours ahead. So when it's like 7 o'clock, it's already 10 o'clock and they're asleep. So I not as often as I would like to, but at least with like immediate family, my parents every other day ish.
What's the biggest thing to happen for Temporary Legend so far? I think there's three things to happen. Well, maybe four. Let's go down the list together. So the first thing is I met Sissy at a convention, and there's a wild story about how we even got to the convention together in the first place. But then I was like, hey, you're pretty cool, and I think that you think I'm pretty cool. So why don't we make a company together, or like make cool stuff together? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And the other awesome thing to happen is that we're really fortunate to have Zelda as our community manager. Oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you. If it wasn't for Zelda, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in trouble. I wouldn't be doing this right now because I wouldn't even know about this. So, yes, meeting Sissy, meeting Zelda, having her on the team, starting the company so there's not just a dream on a piece of paper. And the fourth thing is all of you being here right now watching this, making it real, and we're going to continue to make it real and grow together. Thank you so much.
The biggest thing to happen to Temporary Legends so far is its creation. This has been a brainchild of Carmen's for a long time, and being able to work with him to not only solidify some of the stories that we want to tell, but also to actually get the foundations for the company going and get other people excited about what we're doing. Man, 2022 has been a heck of a year.
What's the biggest thing to happen to Temporary Legend right now? The beginning. I mean, the biggest thing right now is taking those first steps out there and getting ourselves out here to meet all of you guys.
Okay, what's the scariest thing I've ever done? Huh. I feel like I've been pretty real in some of these answers. So some of the real stuff I'll save it for another time. You got to keep coming back and watching these if you want to know more about the personal side of things. But I'll give you this: the scariest thing I ever done, on a lower on the scale of like seriousness, heaviness, is to put myself out there, because I had the idea for wanting to do more stuff at conventions, wanting to sort of like be one of those creators who is out there, that people is public facing, that people can see and recognize and know my work. And for a long time, I was just kind of working, and I learned that like, oh man, it's not enough to just like work or just like be good at your job. That's not enough. So I decided to just start signing up for conventions, just start messaging people that I knew in my network of like, hey, you want to do a panel? You want to do a live show together? I've never done this before. I've never trained in this. And so that was really scary, but it's worked out. It's worked out really well. So, yeah, do scary things. Put yourself out there.
The scariest thing I've ever done, probably leaving my very comfy, cushy corporate job at 30 and starting on a whole brand new ass career, never having acted a day in my life.
What's the scariest thing I've ever done? The scariest thing I've ever done was pack up all my stuff in like 3 weeks and move to LA. I'm grateful enough where I have close friends here that people I still knew in case I ever needed anything, but I'm a country gal. I came from the country, and to just come here to Los Angeles it's been such an environment change, and managing it all on my own has been a roller coaster, and I think it's definitely the scariest thing I've ever done, but I can't imagine my life now had I not done it.